party started. Glad to see all of you here this afternoon. As we call the meeting to order, I want to remind people to turn their phones either off or to vibrate as a courtesy to your neighbors and to the people who are speaking. Thank you. First on the agenda is the approval of the minutes of August 27th. You got them in your green bag on September 2nd. Are there any corrections or additions? All right, is there a move? A motion? A move. Is there a second? All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? The minutes are accepted as they were presented. The opening reflection this afternoon is going to be presented by Dave Jones.
In January of 2007, National Public Radio broadcast this short composition by Becky Burrs as a part of its series, This I Believe. She wrote, "I believe my husband will call me tomorrow. Tonight I'll say, have a good day, and I love you to my husband, who is 11 time zones away in Iraq. Then I'll hang up the phone, I'll fall asleep as I did last night next to our baby daughter. We'll sleep in the guest room downstairs. It's less lonely to sleep there for now. First, I'll pat and talk to our dogs. I weaned them from sleeping with me a few months ago, but they still seem a bit disappointed when I go off to bed without them. I've promised them a long walk tomorrow, and I'll make good. In bed, I'll lay my hand on our daughter's chest several times before I fall asleep, just to make sure that she is breathing. I'll curl up in 2 blankets, one from Guatemala, one from Peru. I'll allow these souvenirs of our past travels to warm the empty spot in the bed. I'll get up 3 times during the night to feed our baby. Each of these times, I'll tell her that she has a beautiful life to look forward to. I can say this because I believe my husband will call me tomorrow. In the morning after my cup of coffee, I'll change diapers and move around loads of laundry. I'll pour dog food, eat cereal, get dressed, and do the dishes, all with one hand, holding our baby in the other. I'll do the shopping, pay the bills, and stop at work to see how my employees are getting by. Every 3 hours, I'll stop what I'm doing to feed, change, and play with our daughter. I'll make good on the promise to walk with our baby strapped to my chest and a dog leash in each hand. When people say, "Looks like you have your hands full," I'll smile and acknowledge that it's true, but I make the best of it because I believe my husband will call me tomorrow. If there is a letter addressed to me from the military, I'll open it because I believe my husband will call me tomorrow. If there is a knock at the door, I'll answer because I believe that my husband will call me tomorrow. And when he does, I'll talk to him and tell him that I love him. I'll be able to hang up the phone, keeping my fear at bay because I must believe that my husband will call me tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave. This month we sent out 4 sympathy cards to families of residents who have passed. Margaret Pere, William Schultz, Dennis Lefebvre, and Joyce Hart. So we're sorry to see them pass. Next are the guests of the month. So the employee of the month is Jenny Freistack, who's the executive assistant to the president and CEO. Francis, are you going to introduce her?
Of course I am. Woo, Jenny! Good afternoon, everyone, and it's a pleasure to be here as always. It is truly my honor to introduce our employee of the month, someone who is very near and dear to me, my executive assistant, +1, Jenny Freistack. Jenny is the reason I stay organized and sane most days. She has this gift of taking a little bit of stress off my shoulders so I can focus on serving you and our mission. But what makes her shine even more is her heart. Jenny is a woman of deep faith. She lives out our mission every single day, and if you see her in the Castle Town Center, you know that she never rushes by. I am guilty of doing it, I know. She takes the time to stop and smile and interact with many of you, who I see rubbing her belly sometimes. On top of that, she is about to take on her most important role of being a mother and welcoming her first child, a baby girl. We want to take the time now, please, to congratulate her on being our Employee of the Month and becoming a mom. She promises she'll be back.
I would just like to share, I can't believe I was up here a year ago. Last year's my first time actually at resident council to introduce myself. I can't believe I've been at Wesley Willows now for a whole year. I know I've looked a little different, but that's okay. I want to thank everyone, my employees, residents, everyone. You guys have literally made me feel like family, like I'm such a part of this. I should say family because I see you guys all the time. You are kind of like my family now, right? So thank you very much, and I'm very excited to be able to share my day with you. You guys are so sweet, asking about when this little baby of mine is coming in hopefully 3 weeks. I'm not counting down or anything, but I can't wait to share pictures and everything with you and share some nice funny stories about how I don't sleep anymore at night or, stuff like that. But thank you everyone for making me always feel so welcome here and for making me Employee of the Month. Thank you.
Okay, our fitness resident of the month is Stephanie Quinn. And Jill, are you around?
Yeah, I am. Okay, guess what? It is Stephanie's birthday. So I think we should sing to her, don't you? Yeah, but we're gonna sing kind of fast, okay? Not slow, right, Stephanie? Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Stephanie. Happy birthday to you. It probably would have been better if Stephanie sang over me. She's an accomplished singer. I am so honored to talk about Stephanie. She is our September 2025 Fitness Resident of the Month. So she has made, I'm going to move this way because I wrote a few notes about you. But I did make you a little, you can put this on your fridge, like proud parents, proud of yourself. She's made leaps and bounds. We started training a little over a year ago, and Stephanie was having some back pain, knee pain, and so we decided to do one session of Pilates to strengthen up her core and one session of strength training. And when we started doing Pilates, we were doing a modified plank. Do any of you know what a plank is? Oh, if you don't, you're going to learn right now. Here, Stephanie, hold this. All right, so when Stephanie started, she was doing that on her knees. And we are actually starting, I think, with bird dogs, right? So that's, some of you know about the bird dogs. I know if you've been coming to balance class, you know about the bird dogs. So she started with modified. She has now done a 2-minute plank, full plank off her knees. Isn't that amazing?
even the better part about that is her back pain is so limited now. And the other day, she was traveling. Sorry, I'm going to tell your story, because it's the cutest story ever. She was traveling, and she had her carry-on, and she went to put it overhead, and a nice young man said, "Oh, can I help you with that?" And she goes, "Well, thank you, but I got it." Boom, overhead. Right? Yes, yes. So she has made leaps and bounds in her strength. She's now leg pressing over 200 pounds. On Friday, she set a PR. She did 15 pounds with bicep curls for 12, not one. I'm talking 12 with 15 pounds. She has been increasing. And the awesome thing is Stephanie's just so amazed every time she does anything because she never thought of herself as an athlete. So one day she came in. I'm going to tell one more story, and I promise I'll stop. One day she came in, and she had kind of hurt herself doing something athletic, and she goes, "I have a sports injury." As you can tell, we don't get along. We get along so well. I admire her so much. And I asked her she'd say a few things because there's some things that she has noticed by doing this training that I know I'd love for you all to hear too.
Well, thank you, Jill. I don't know if Dawn and Jen are here, but the three of you are just wonderful. Not only couldn't I do a plank a year and a half ago, I didn't know what a plank was, so it really is a substantial shift. And indeed, my back is better and my knees are better and all of that. But the big change was that I had no idea that people in I wouldn't say our, but my age range actually could get strong. I didn't know that. I thought that all we did was try not to become decrepit, get weaker and weaker all the time. It wasn't an idea in my head that we could become strong. And it's a revelation and a pleasure. I feel great. It just feels so good. The days when you're not sore. It feels just wonderful. And we all are so lucky to have Jill and Jen and Dawn, who are smart, they know their jobs, they know how to help, they know exactly how to have us move a finger or a part of your foot in order to make the whole exercise feel better. And as well as expertise, there's a generosity of spirit that they want to be with us and want to help us and want to see us thrive. So I feel very lucky, and I'm just tickled pink to get an award.
Now we have new resident introductions, and Kim Van Busberg has a couple of people to introduce to us who moved in on the west side.
The west side's been busy. Okay, our new residents are going to stay seated until the end, and then they're going to stand up. I think we're going to start doing that so we don't feel like the kid at the front of the classroom. As Gail mentioned, my name is Kim Van Buskirk, and today I have the pleasure of introducing two new households to you. First is David and Weltha Helland. Just raise your hands, you can stand up later. They were newlyweds about 33 years ago and joined the Wesley Willows family earlier this month. I'm not kidding, they just moved in. They have 4 children, 2 live in Australia, and 5 grandchildren. Dave grew up in central North Dakota and is now a retired veterinarian after owning Alpine Veterinary Hospital for 33 years. His love of gardening shows in the beautiful landscaping on the grounds. He said his favorite thing about being a vet was the people because they bring in their pets. He also served in the Army's Veterinary Corps. Currently, he loves to work out. God love him, and is still very active in the Rockford community with Alpine Kiwanis, Winnebago County Health Department Board, and on the curriculum committee for the Center for Living and Retirement at Rock Valley College. Weltha, every time I write her name, I want to put a Y on the end. Wealthy also grew up on our farm. Hers was in Goshen, Indiana. She helped her mom milk cows and collect eggs from 2,000 plus chickens. She said helping to write accreditation studies for the National League of Nursing was one of her most favorite things she's ever done in her work career. She loves to sing. I think the Bards might know something about that. Cook and bake, serve on her church committees, read historical and biographical novels, devotional books, and her Bible. After the meeting, stand up now, please come introduce yourselves to this lovely couple. Please join me in welcoming David and Rhoda. It was fun talking with them. Next, not a stranger to Wesley Willows, Bruce Hasher has been visiting his cousin Dolores Cruz for the past 14 years. So the transition to Wesley Willows has been easy, he said. He moved from the house that his dad built in Elmhurst and became the local historian. He said, sort of the godfather of his neighborhood. Wesley Willows now feels like home. For 35 years, he worked in the Human Services Department at the Downers Grove Township, coordinating youth and parent programs. He is very active in his church work and a past president of the United Way. I hope you'll come up after the meeting to learn more because his college work, because his work gave him the most joy, and yet he was a physics major. I didn't find out how he ended up in service. Bruce's favorite way to pass time is reading, gardening, watching or listening to videos in his extensive library, including operas, a complete set of Charles Dickens' work, and over 400 Bible commentaries. He loves watching NFL games, he's a Bears fan, baseball games, Cubs guy there, and prefers to record them so he can cherry pick the best parts to watch. Did I say he was smart? He also loves to watch golf on TV for the beautiful scenery, the more relaxed pace of the game, and because the athletes are polite. One last note, he has a lifelong connection to Lois Sejo, as their moms were friends when they were pregnant with the two of them. Please join me in welcoming Bruce Hasher to our family. What is it, 4214? Oh, oopsie. Don't go to that house.
Welcome to you all. We have some announcements from some of the resident-led activities. First is Ken Lemmel from the Community Gardens.
Good afternoon, all.
Good afternoon.
That was kind of. Wait to hear what I have to say. Gardening season is winding down. I look around and I see some gardeners and I see their heads are going like this, and they're glad that it's winding down. Our pantry deliveries this year, to date, as of this time, has been 1,378 pounds. I anticipate there will be more as we kick the rest of those heavy squash and zucchinis and they make their way to the pantry. I wouldn't be surprised if we make 3/4 of a ton this year. Well, I don't think we ever have done that, but we may this year. Our gardener's market for the season has been $1,254. That's a little less than we had last year at this point, but we had one rainy Wednesday, and that makes a difference because you don't turn out. On the other hand, that created a more poundage for taking to the pantry because You didn't come and buy it, so it went down there. Our Gardeners Market supports, as you know, you heard if you remember, the Good Samaritan Endowment Fund, which, since we started the support for that, right, in the garden committee, now totals $22,240. Money that is still there, every dollar earning interest that get used here for people in need. So we feel pretty good about that. Want to say thank you to all the gardeners, because that's where it starts, and to the patrons, because that's where it kind of ends. And if you're interested in gardening next year, pay attention to your green bags in January. I will be back up here in January to tell you about signing up for 2026. Questions? Thank you.
Next is Kim Rogers, who is the president of the Wesley Willows Auxiliary.
I'm Kim Rogers. I'm the president of the
Wesley Willows Auxiliary, and I'm here for just a couple of announcements. I want to welcome everybody that's a member, and I also want to know who's not a member, because we need you. So if you are not a member, you can see me, or you can see Doris. Doris is here. I know, I saw her. Yeah, there's her hand. And she's in charge of membership, so please see her. It's very important that we get everybody as members. It only costs $10 a year. The money that we raise, and our most important thing is to raise money for the foundation, which we do in many different ways. One of the ways that we do raise money was the bake sale, and I hope everybody had an opportunity to buy something at the bake sale. And I want to thank this lovely woman to my left, because it was all about her. She's in charge of it. She sets up the tables with help, but she sets up the tables, she sells everything. So I want to thank Gail for the wonderful job she did at the bake sale this year. And I want to tell you how much we made, or you helped us make at the bake sale. $3,974.32. That's a lot of cookies and pies. So thank you for baking, thank you for eating, and thank you, Gail, for organizing. One other thing that I would like to say, the auxiliary quarterly meeting is coming up October 8th, and if you looked at your green bag and saw the big article, thanks to Phil, about our meeting, we hope you will come. His name is Roger Benedict, and he's had 90 years in furniture work, and he's going to talk about the furniture industry in Rockford. Now, those of you that are from Rockford probably know that at one point that was a huge, important industry in our city, which waned over time, and the Swedish immigrants were very involved in the furniture business. So we hope everybody will come to that meeting. It's, as I said, October 8th, 1 o'clock, right here in this very spot. So I hope to see everybody there. Thank you so much.
Donna Basic, and she's going to tell us something about the Town Center gift shop.
Let's go, Donna.
Hi everyone, it's good to see you here. It's really a packed audience, but I guess it always is. Whenever I've been called to come and say anything about the gift shop, I'm the coordinator display person. I always decline because there's not too much to say other than please come and visit us. We need volunteers. But this time I have really good news. We are now part of the whole Wesley Willows Auxiliary. So we thank you for that, and we are so pleased already with the changes that have been made. One was made last Saturday, And for those of you that come to the gift shop and know where it is, if you go in there now and you see the difference, you will be really pleased with it, because it's like a whole new source of light that has come into the gift shop. So we thank you for that, and we look forward to so many more positive changes in your ideas and your input. And I just want to thank those who have already made these changes possible for what you've done. It makes a big difference. I can see a bright future ahead of us, and if you come into the gift shop, you'll know what I mean. The other thing is, for the residents who are new to our shop, who have never been there, please do come by and visit us. You're not pressured at all. It would be nice to see you. The other news that I have is a general plea. We need help. There are 2 mornings that we're not open. Every other Monday morning and every other Wednesday morning. And it's a 2-hour shift, 10 to 12. So currently, on those days, we're closed. So if any of you here now, especially the new people, we would welcome you with open arms. Give me a call. My number's in the resident list, and I can tell you what it's all about, what you would have to do. It's really pretty simple. And we could also use a few more substitute volunteers. We have a lot of volunteers that have a lot of doctor patients. Well, you know the routine at this part of our age. There's always another doctor's visit on the horizon. So if we can get volunteers for that, we can keep the shop open. But mainly I want to thank the entire auxiliary group, because it's great to be with you. We're all under the same umbrella. We're all working for the same greatness of Wesley Willows. So thank you again, and to those gentlemen that have made the changes already. We appreciate it.
Mr. Doyle is going to give some news about the prairie.
Good afternoon. The prairie's doing fine without any more meetings. It doesn't need us, so we won't have any more meetings for the rest of this year, and probably not again till maybe March. I texted with Jeff Manny, and they will plan to burn next spring, early, before stuff starts coming up. And I know those of you who are not big fans of the prairie will be glad to see it burned off. But I assure you, it'll all grow back. I also want to thank Teresa Wilmot. Where are you, Teresa? Where? Oh, there. Stand up, Teresa. Not that tall. But she has done a wonderful job for the prairie out of the goodness of her heart and her interest in prairie, with her articles in the Green Bag and her bulletin boards, which are so informative, and so many of you have said that you stop to read them. They're eye-catching bulletin boards, and her articles in the Green Bag are wonderful. So don't stop, Teresa. But I mean, you can take a break too. Thank you.
On to administration. Toru, you're up first. Toru Kagami, who's the facilities supervisor, is going to be speaking today for maintenance.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Okay, so I'm going to go over with the August report. The total work order was created for about a little bit over 1,100 work orders, and we took care of about 1,000 of them. There are still about 31 of them pending, and then there are about 22 new ones still out there. The percentage of completing a task within a day, within 24 hours, that's about 69%. We would like to bring that standard a little bit higher. And then also 2 to 3 days completion is about 69%. So that's the number we have for August. And then, So there's a few things I'd like to cover. It's getting cold outside. That means our fall PM starting. So what's going to happen is the similar thing as the spring PM. My team's going to be visiting every single homes, and we're going to be changing air filters this time again. And then also some of the houses have April air that humidify your homes. We're going to be changing all those filters also. So starting first week of October, my plan is to start from west end of the town and move to the east side. Since springtime, we started from the east side, so this time we're gonna start from the west. That way, I hope we're not gonna get much complaints, getting a phone call, hey, my house is not done yet. So I just wanted to let you know, we're gonna start from the west end this time. So starting October, we're gonna be working pretty hard. Starting from the west end, changing all the air filters in the April air. Make sure all the furnace is working fine. Fireplaces, we're gonna check that also, and if there is some major fireplace issue, we need to contact the outside vendor, but we're gonna make sure everything's gonna be just fine. So, and then I thought I had one. Window washing, this time we're gonna, so the question was window washing of all the residents. It's gonna be happening for not just exterior. If you want, just let us know. They're gonna be doing it inside also. Okay. We're gonna be sending out those information in the green bags. Just keep your eyes open, and if you have questions, just let us know. So that way, we're gonna be able to answer those questions. Speaking of questions, as you all know, we have a brand new face in maintenance department, Tricia. She is a new voice in the face of our maintenance department. So every time you call maintenance department, she's the one answering the phone. That way, you don't need to hear my voice anymore. The one more thing I wanted to mention was I know that quite a few people had a complaint about the flags. Finally, we were able to switch out all the flags on campus. Those are nice and beautiful flags. This seems like in the past we bought like a nylon material flags that don't last very long. I found a pretty decent vendor. This time, this flags feels like made out of canvas, and then the edge for almost like 6 or 8 different stitches, so it's not gonna rip. But I know that you guys be watching flags all the time, so if you see something wrong with it, make sure you call the maintenance department so we can take care of it right away. Okay. I believe that's all I have. Any question for maintenance? Just questions, hopefully not complaints.
On pending orders you have, was that just August pending or things that were issued back in June or something?
That I need to double check with Brandon about it. My guess is probably all combined or maybe just August. So
Either or.
yeah. So yeah, some of the pending orders we are still communicating with the vendors, and some of the issues we have is like logistic issues. Even the vendors, they're having a tough time getting the right material to come over to repair some of the stuff. We are trying to reduce the number of pending orders. Tricia's been working really hard to communicate with vendors, and she also notified me so we can work together to contact the vendors to keep everything moving. So, any other question?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I got problems in our house around the door knobs, when you grab the door, it's like the thing is coming off.
Front door?
No, inside the house. Inside the house. Like the closet doors and all that stuff.
Okay.
When you got the knobs there, and some people use the knob, and to use the door to close, and the paint is coming off.
So she's question or concern is some of the paint started wearing off, especially in the closet door when you open close. Some people use a knob, some people don't. Yeah, if you have a concern like that, just let us know. We can let my painters visit your place to check it out. And some of the thing is, all of the residents, we have a original paint stored in the basement. So in that case, we can just do a little bit of touch up. So
Another story too, because Kathy's is in the walker, okay? Like in the kitchen area, you know, like the lower levels of the counter and all that stuff. Sometimes it's sitting with the walker it's coming off there. You know,
Yes.
on the counter area, the strips, the bars.
So his concern is the walkers that she's using that's hitting the wall underneath the counters. Even that situation, if it's going to be a major concern to you guys, please let the maintenance know. I can send my painters over there. They're going to be able to do a little patching job and put the paint over it. So in that case, just let us know. Any other questions? Before I leave, one more thing.
Yeah. If anyone has questions, because I've gotten some questions from people, they're not sure on how to use QR code, because you can submit your own ticket. We like to submit a ticket too. If anyone has questions, find me after the meeting and I'll go over it with you, show you how to save it on your phone, how to work through the order.
So we have Tricia over here. One of the reasons is that she has a copy of the QR code that you can put the work orders in. If any of you have any questions about how to utilize that, we're going to be sticking around after this meeting. So just find us and let us know. We can help you go through using your smartphone. That way you're going to be able to utilize using a QR code. That way you don't need to call us all the time. Yes.
Thank you for arranging the seal coating.
She said that at the thank you for arranging the seal coating. I'm going to let Brandon know. I'm pretty sure he's going to be happy to hear that. Thank you very much.
And if you remember last month, we met the new director of IT, Ken Ash, and he's got a few things to say to us today.
Just a few. So it's nice to see a couple familiar faces out there that I've been going door to door. So if you're not aware, we're overhauling the Wi-Fi here in this building. 2 weeks ago on Monday, we went through phase 1. That's rooms that start with A and B. Going door to doors to make sure you have all your devices on the new wireless. Last Monday, we did phase 2, that's G and H. And then on Monday, we'll get to phase 3, E and F. So any printers, laptops, phones, Alexa, please let us know. We'll help you get onboarded to the new wireless network. That wireless network is called CTC Resident. Uses the strongest encryption available, and I think this is a absolutely fantastic project that predates my time here by a little bit. So you should have complete coverage in your apartments, and it should be a little bit faster as well.
How about the homes?
The homes? Unfortunately not. In addition to CTC Resident, there'll be a new guest network called WW Guest. It has no password on it, and that's the network you want all your visitors, your family to connect to. Keep that CTC Resident password to yourselves. It's going to help keep you safe and secure. So, if you haven't been helped by us, please let us know. Our contact information is up there. You can give us a call or send us an email. We are aware of a slight outage right now with CTC Resident, just as we're bringing some things online, but we're actively working to resolve that. So we appreciate your patience. Does anyone have any questions about the new wireless network?
unrelated but not related, my roofmate out in the area on Allstan, had their electricity go up, they lost their router, and she had a problem. She pressed the medallion, and no one responded because they called the number that was related to the wireless phone, and so there was no answer. They need to change the procedure on looking for a landline that's not hooked to a wireless to call back, or look at calling the cell phones to get a response if there's an issue.
You're out in the homes?
Yeah, on Allstan. She lived next door, and her husband had an issue. They lost the power, so all their other phones were, wireless setup. And no one called the cell phone to try to find out what was going on. She had to call 911 to get somebody to come out.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Call the cell phone. Don't be relying on it not getting it.
So the question was more of a comment about an individual that lives over in the homes. Their internet went out, and they pressed the button on the medallion, and it did not forward to the emergency services.
It did forward.
It did.
They just, when they called back, they were calling the landline, but it was connected to the wireless, little phones, and so it was dead. So they needed to call a cell phone, but they're not getting a response.
Unfortunately, I'm not in charge of the medallion, so thank you. Any other questions related to wireless or, I guess, technology in general? I'm getting played off right now.
So those of us who live in the homes, when we come out for lunch and want to be on the internet here because we're doing meetings or whatever, what do we use when we're up here?
So your CTC resident wireless network should extend over here. So you authentic.
We're in the home.
Oh, you're in the home.
We're in a house.
In that case, I'd recommend you use WWGuest. So the question was, people who live in the homes, please connect to the WWGuest network. There's no password for that. Any other questions? Thank you.
And last but not least is Jessica Story, our Executive Director.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Jessica Story. I'm the Executive Director of the Wesley Willows campus. And it's always a pleasure to see you all. Out of all the meetings that I go to all month long, this one is my favorite because I get to see all of you. So I wanted to start off with a quick occupancy report today for the campus. So we have 4 East Side homes, 2 available. We have West Side homes, 3 available and 3 on hold. In Suites 1, we have 2 available and 4 on hold. In Suites 2, we have 5 available and 5 on hold. Suites 3, we have 1 available and 0 on hold. So by now you can kind of tell we're going to have a lot of new Suites residents. So we're really looking forward to that. And in Willows Arbor, we have 36 apartments available, and we're going to be welcoming a new resident on Friday, so we're excited about that. So overall, it's 90% for total occupancy. So doing great. All right, and then I would like to give an update on the RISE Scholarship. So back at the beginning of the summer, I kind of talked about what the RISE Scholarship is, and this is a scholarship that supports our employees who are interested in pursuing a career in healthcare. So they can apply for this scholarship, and we had applicants, and these 2 ladies were a couple of our applicants, and the one on the left, her name is Linda Parson, and she's been with us as an LPN since 2013. So she's currently going to school to be an RN, and actually she graduates in December. So we're so excited for her. She'll then get her RN, and she's been going to Rasmussen University. And then Sarah Ferrali, she has been with us since 2023, and she works at Highview in our dining services area right now. And she's going to school for physical therapy, to be a physical therapy assistant. And we're just so excited for both of them. These are our 2025 winners of that scholarship. So very excited. So each of them were rewarded $2,000 each, which is very nice when you're going to school. There's a lot of costs involved with that. So I want to give a special thank you to all of the retired nurses who support this group, all of the generous donations that we get to support the scholarship, anybody who bought moms, it all goes to the scholarship, yeah. So thank you so much, and we look forward to doing this again in the years to come. All right, switching gears a little bit, wanted to just give a quick update on the resident satisfaction survey. Thank you so much for doing the survey, and then pretty soon I'll stop talking about it. So altogether, we got about 210 surveys back. So obviously, most of them were through electronic surveys, so we appreciate that. We know that was new for this year. Thank you for embracing that technology and letting us know your thoughts. They're still counting because they're still getting some in the mail. So towards the end of October, we'll get those results, and I don't think it will be in time for the next resident council meeting, so we'll look forward to providing you some information before Thanksgiving, probably at the November resident council meeting. All right, one more thing. We have been having a couple of residents saying that they're getting some phone calls, scammer phone calls. So I don't know if it's to the season or this seems like it's ramping up. So I do want to make sure that everyone is aware. If you get any weird phone calls from somebody who wants your credit card information, it's not legit. So please just be aware of that. We've had 2 residents that notified me today that they got a phone call like that. So just please be aware. And then last but not least, I want to talk about our new department, and if Jill could come up and be with me, I would love that. He said Jill who? Jill, no one knows Jill, right? So this is Jill Smith, if no one knows. And she is our new Director of Lifestyle and Wellness. This is kind of a special thing because we don't just make up departments, right? So this is a very special thing. And what this means is that Jill will be leading her fitness team, and she will also be leading the independent life enrichment activities. And of course, everybody knows Brooke Hennis. She's our life enrichment coordinator who makes all of the activities, trips, things that are happening in this room, different other activities that you all are doing. And we're excited for this change because Val Toledo is doing a great job, and she's leading the activities in our regulatory areas, which means our assisted living building, our health center. All of those activities are very important, obviously, as well. So this is a better balance of responsibility, and as we look for active activities, we're thinking a lot about active aging and things like that, we feel that it needs a special focus for independent living. So we're excited, and we congratulate you. So a lot of questions that I have about this is, well, does that mean Jill is not going to be teaching my fitness class? And she will continue to teach some of her classes, but
but I would like to also tell you that we're hiring for a part-time fitness coordinator as well. So we're going to be supplementing some of that. So we'll be inviting a new team member to our fitness department. For the green bag, Val's still leading that. If you have questions about the green bag, activities that need to go in there, please still send them to the green bag at wesleywillows.com. And then Jill and Val green bag at wesleywillows.org. And Jill and Val are gonna be good buddies working on that together. Okay, Jill, anything you wanna add?
Well, I just want to say I'm really excited to get to know you even better in a different capacity. Someone asked me at trivia, does this mean we always have to do exercises? And yes. Because you guys know I love my exercise, but I'm just honored to get to work with you, make new memories with you, just enjoy in life's journey. So we're going to have a lot of fun. When people ask me what my title is, I'm just like, well, you can just say director of fun. I think that's a good way to sum it up. Yes. All right. And I'm so excited to work with Brooke. We've already been having a good time, and same with Val. It's been really supportive. So yes, we are, like she said, we've got our different responsibilities, but we're going to team up and work together to make just great things for you guys. All right?
So please give us your suggestions for activities, events, and everything. Give them to Jill. All right. With that, that's all my announcements today. Can I answer any questions for you? Well, this is first time ever. Thanks, everyone. Have a good afternoon.
Since there don't seem to be any questions or comments, our next meeting is October 29th at 3 o'clock in this room, and the meeting is adjourned.